I'm Rajni Jha, and let me tell you that this is my first session which I have started for you all, and I hope this will be helpful for the students of academic as well as unacademic, the students who are preparing for competitive examination and those who want to learn how to speak English. So this grammar portion is required for everyone. So I have started with the very first topic, that is noun. So later on I will go ahead with other topics of noun, and that all will be helpful to everyone. I hope that, and I just believe in that. So this is my, as I told, this is my first session for you all. So I would like to request everyone to like and subscribe this, like and subscribe, just because that I will be encouraged to do more efforts, to use more efforts, and I'll prepare more videos for you all that you can study and you can also develop yourself. So let's start. As I told, today we are going to do the very first topic of English grammar, that is noun. So before we know about noun, what is noun, what are the uses of noun, and what are the kinds of noun, we must know about what is parts of speech. So first of all, we'll have a brief introduction about parts of speech, just because noun is one of the parts of speech. So here you can focus on the board that is parts of speech. I have written parts of speech here. The name itself, the topic itself is clear. I don't have to define about it. As I feel, if you are the student, you can understand by looking at the topic only. So the name itself is clear. Means name itself is clear. I don't have to define about it that what is this. Okay, you can see here the parts of speech. So in this we are going to study about the parts of this speech. So there are 8 parts of speech. What is speech? Speech is nothing, just a form of communication. That is an oral. We use it whenever someone delivers the speech about something. If you are asked to deliver or write a speech about Mahatma Gandhi and to deliver it, so you will go and speak about it. So it is a form of communication in oral. So whatever we speak in simple form, we can know, we can understand that whatever we speak, हम जो भी बोलते हैं, जो भी लिखते हैं in English, they are rules. Okay, हमारे इंग्लिश ग्रामर में रूल्स है जिसे हमें फॉलो करना होता है, तभी हम करेक्टली कुछ भी लिख पाएंगे. सो हेयर वी हैव टू स्टार्ट विद दिस, दैट पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच. सो दे आर 8 पार्ट्स ऑफ स्पीच विच विल हेल्प अस टू फॉर्म द सेंटेंसेस प्रॉपरली, which will help us to know the rules of English grammar. Okay, so let's go ahead. What are the 8 parts of speech? Let me introduce that, then I will go ahead with the topic number 1, the part number 1, that is noun. Okay, so there are 8, as I said. there are 8 parts of speech. कितने parts है? 8 है. 8 parts है. Speech के 8 parts है. I'm repeating it just because you can remember it properly. So the first is noun. The second is pronoun. Third is adjective. That is adjective. And the fourth is verb. And the fifth is adverb. Sixth, preposition. 7th, conjunction, and the last one is interjection. That is, we will know about each topic, each parts one by one. Next topic, one by one. But for now, we have to study about noun. We have to start with noun. So let us start with noun. Here you have noun. Now, the word noun. What do you understand by the word noun? Let me tell you. If you don't understand, the word noun is taken from Latin word. The noun word is Latin word. Okay, noun is Latin word. Noun is a Latin word which means name. Noun जो है Latin का एक word है जिसका मतलब होता है नाम, नाम. हमारा भी नाम है, आपका भी नाम है, दुनिया में हर चीज़ का नाम है. तो we can say that nouns are naming words. In definition, you must have studied. You might be you have been studying since your childhood the definition of noun. Nouns are naming words, or you may study like that. Nouns are the names of person, place, animal, things, like that. So here in simple we can say nouns are naming words, or I can tell you that all the things, everything in your surrounding, everything in the world are noun. is noun. Everything in the world is noun. जो भी चीज़ें हैं दुनिया में सभी nouns है. कैसे? क्योंकि सबकी एक आइडेंटिटी है. Everything has its identity. That identity is its name. It is recognized by anything. That is its name. So that name is noun. As we said, nouns means name. Nouns means names. नाउन मीन्स नेम्स. सो वॉट एवर इज देयर इन द वर्ल्ड, जो भी चीज़ें हैं दुनिया में वो नाउन ही है, चाहे वो विजिबल है या नहीं है, चाहे वो ऑडिबल है या नहीं है, लेकिन वो नाउन है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई सेड चाहे वो विजिबल है या नहीं, आइदर इट इज विजिबल और नॉट और इट इज ऑडिबल और नॉट, ये नाउन है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल योर इमोशन, ओके, समटाइम्स you feel very sad, okay, the sadness, your sadness cannot be seen by anybody, that is not visible but that is noun, okay, that is a kind of noun, abstract noun, okay. For example, if you cry somewhere, okay, your tear, that is not audible, that can be visible but that cannot be audible. When you cry emotionally and cry hidden way, that tears come out, that cannot be so much audible, but that is also noun, okay. Whether you go to the sun or you go to the sunlight, if you talk about sun, that is also noun, and if you talk about sunlight, that is also noun, okay. We will know about the types of noun one by one, but according to definition as it is, nouns are naming word, or we can say that noun is the name of person. Remember it, noun is the name of person. I'm writing here person, second is place, then animal, and then thing. So noun, I have already said, so everything in the world is noun. So noun is the name of person, place, animal or thing. Here animal doesn't mean only animals who live in this forest, or pet animal. All the creatures like birds also will come under animal only, okay. Person like us, my name is Rajni, that is also noun. Your name is, suppose your name is Rosie, that is also noun. Your name is Rahul, that is also noun, okay. Place, second thing is place. I am living in Darbhanga is noun. If you are living in Samastipur is noun. If you are living in Mumbai is noun. If you are living in Australia, that is also noun, okay. Third, animal. Now animal, whatever animal, whether it is pet animal or wild animal, both are noun. Whether it is pet animal, I said, like dog, you have a puppy, that is also noun, okay. If you have a rabbit, that is also noun. If you talk about tiger, audible, wild animal, that is also noun. And if I say the birds like cuckoo, crow, so these all are nouns. Next we have thing. Thing means all the objects without having life, okay, non-living things. All the non-living things are also noun. For example, my phone, that is also noun. This board, whiteboard, that is also noun, okay. This marker is also noun. This chair is also noun. So that is clear. In one sentence you can understand दुनिया में की सभी चीज़ें नाउन है. उसको कैटेगराइज किया गया, उसको अलग अलग टाइप्स में बांटा गया है, लेकिन सभी चीज़ें नाउन है फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, ओके. Now we have the types of noun. Hope you have understood what is noun. Now we have types of noun. So noun has been categorized, okay. The first is proper noun. The first is proper noun. Hope it is visible to you all. The second is common noun. The third is collective noun. The fourth is material noun. And the fifth is abstract noun. Okay, I have introduced only 5, but more is there which we will know, but later on we will categorize noun in different ways. But here we will study about the 5 parts of noun, 5 kinds of noun which I have mentioned here. Okay, the first I have written proper noun. The proper, okay, let us know the definition. What is proper? It is the name of an individual person. It is the name of person, place and things. Individual मतलब सभी चीज़ें तो है दुनिया में नाउन है, लेकिन सभी चीज़ें की अलग अलग पहचान है. उसको पहचान देने के लिए एक इंडिविजुअल नाम भी दिया गया, स्पेशली फॉर ह्यूमन बींग्स. यू कैन टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ ह्यूमन बींग्स लाइक अस. ऑल द पीपल डोंट हैव द सेम नेम्स. जो मेरा नाम है वो तुम्हारा नाम नहीं है, जो मेरा नाम है वो उसका नाम नहीं है, ओके. योर नेम इज डिफरेंट, माई नेम इज डिफरेंट. So here it is proper noun. For example, as I said, my name is Rajni. Everybody in the world is not Rajni. So my name is individual. I have got the individual name. That is Rajni. So that is proper noun. My daughter's name. If I talk about my daughter, she has another name. That is Anya. Okay, she is Anya. So her name is also proper noun because nobody is Anyone can be the exception, but everyone is not Anya. It is not common to all. It is individual name that I have given to her. Okay, my name is also individual to me, very special to me, just because my parents have given it to me. So that is proper noun. Just we have the next, that is, you can see here, next is common noun. What is common noun? Just opposite to proper noun. The word, the common, the name itself says it is common. Common nouns are common to everything. It is common nouns. It is common nouns are the names of person, place and things in general. It is general. That was individual. Okay, special. But here it is general. As I told, my name, your name, that is individual, so it is proper. But when you say people, we all are people, we all are human beings, it is general. Okay, so people, that will come common noun. If I'm saying that teachers, if I am teacher, the teachers are also there. If I am a student, if I say student, that is also common noun, because student means all the students of the world. Nobody can know which student. I am not said individually. That is student. Teachers, animals. Animals means any animal, no, whether it is wild animal or domestic animal, whether it is tiger or it is your dog. So that is in general, which has been given to all the things, animals and person. Okay. Now we have the next, that is collective noun. Collective. The word collective has been made from collective. Collect, that collection. Okay. Collective talks about the collection of things, collection of people, or you can say not collection, group of peoples. Collective nouns are the names of person, place, things in group. Okay. When it is in group, we talk about it as a collective noun. ओके, कलेक्टिव नाउन होता क्या है, जब कोई भी चीज़ें, कोई भी आदमी, कोई भी एनिमल ग्रुप में हो तो उसे हम कलेक्टिव नाउन कह सकते हैं. जब वो अकेला हो तो वो कभी ग्रुप में नहीं हो सकता, तभी वो कभी भी वो कलेक्टिव नाउन नहीं हो सकता. बट जब वो ग्रुप में हो तो उसे हम कलेक्टिव नाउन का दे सकते हैं. उसके लिए उसे इंडिविजुअलाइज किया गया, उसके लिए स्पेशल नाम दिया गया है. ओके, वी हैव कलेक्टिव नाउन्स ऑल्सो, like for animals, herd of animals. Okay, for people, crowd of people also you can say. For flowers, bunch of flowers or bouquet of flowers. Okay, now you have sticks, bundle of sticks, library of books. That the collection, when something is in collection, when something is in group, someone is in group, that is collective noun. The next we have material noun. Material, which is made of materials. Okay, the things which are made of materials, things only, not human being. So here the name itself is clear. It is saying very nicely the topic. The name is given very nicely. That very nice name is given to the topic, that is material, is all the materials. Materials are nouns are the, for definition I can tell you, material nouns are the names of materials, substances. Okay, what substances? Can be gold also, it can be silver also, it can be oil also, it can be milk also. Clear? Which cannot be counted. So that is material noun. Next we have abstract noun. When I define noun, you might have remembered when I defined noun, what is noun? I told something can be visible, some cannot be visible. That is noun also. So abstract nouns are those things which cannot be visible, which cannot be audible. Okay, which cannot be seen, but which can be, that can be felt. The first example is air. The very first example is air. You can feel cold when air blows hard. जब हवा चलती है तो ठंडा महसूस हो सकता है, लेकिन आप देख नहीं सकते हो, सुन नहीं सकते हो. ओके, so don't talk like poet. That poet this is the music of sighing, wind sighing. That is not here. So here the air cannot be seen. Okay, air cannot be seen. So that is abstract noun. Abstract nouns are the names of things which cannot be heard, which cannot be seen, which cannot be touched, but we can feel that. Okay. For example, I had given you the best example, that was your sadness, your happiness. If you're very happy inside, you can be looking happy, smiling, but your happiness cannot be seen, your sadness cannot be seen, your worries cannot be seen, your sorrows cannot be seen. So that is your emotion that cannot be seen. That is abstract noun. Hope you have understood what is noun and what are the kinds of noun. You have understood it, and hope you will utilize also in your day-to-day life, in your day-to-day study also. But as I told you, one more types of noun will study, so I would like to tell you. Let me remove this. As noun has been divided into 5 types, I had told you the 5 types of noun. we have another. Now, earlier the noun we used to study as when I was child, I used to study the two types of noun, countable and uncountable. Okay, countable, the nouns which can be counted. Okay, pen, chair, TV. This can be television, that can be counted. Or uncountable, the things, materials which cannot be counted. Okay, when we say about 1 kg of rice, that cannot be counted. 1 liter of milk, that cannot be counted. So counted, countable and uncountable nouns. But again we have, you can see in your book, you have the nouns like another noun is introduced, that is concrete noun. Okay, so here you have concrete nouns. So we can easily say we have studied about 5 types of noun. In that 5, one of the type was abstract noun. We have studied about abstract noun. So concrete is just opposite of that. Just like countable, uncountable, we have concrete noun and abstract noun. We have abstract noun and concrete noun. So we can say noun again has been divided into 2 parts, which is abstract and concrete, just opposite. Each one is opposite to each other. So what abstract noun and concrete noun? What is abstract noun? We have already studied that, which cannot be seen, which cannot be heard, which cannot be touched. We can only feel that. Means in simple I can say abstract noun जो है उसको हम बस feel कर सकते हैं, उसको देख भी नहीं सकते, छू भी नहीं सकते, touch भी नहीं कर सकते हैं. Okay, वो abstract noun हो गया. लेकिन when we talk about concrete noun, that is the nouns which can be experienced through our 5 senses. Concrete noun can be means experienced through our 5 senses. What are our 5 senses? You know, you have studied in your science or EVS the 5 sense organs: your eyes, your tongue, your ears, your nose, and your skin, which help you to feel cold or hot. Okay, eyes to look, nose to smell, tongue to taste, and ears to listen. So we have 5 sense organs, and those senses help us to understand concrete nouns. So concrete nouns are the names of things which can be experienced through our 5 senses, just opposite to abstract. Like what is that? We can take chair. Chair can be seen, but chair can be touched also. But when we talk about abstract, chair we cannot keep in abstract, but we can keep it in the concrete noun. Okay, but when we talk about the example, let me give you the example. The best example will be when you are tired. Your tiredness cannot be seen. When you are tired, you want to sit on the chair. So chair can be seen, but your tiredness cannot be seen. Got it? So tiredness will go in abstract noun, but chair will come in concrete noun. Okay, my hair, this is concrete noun. Now my hand is also concrete noun. Okay, now my house is also concrete noun, if I say. Or if it's simple, forget about material, forget about proper, forget about common. Simply noun has been divided into 2 parts, abstract and concrete. So all the objects which can be seen, which can be touched, which can be heard, so these will come under concrete, and all the objects which cannot be, all the things which cannot be seen, touched, heard, okay, so that will come in abstract noun. So noun has been divided into 2 parts, which I have I have discussed. If it is divided into 5 parts, that also we have discussed, and earlier it was divided into uncountable, countable, that also we have discussed. And remember one thing, that when I talked about countable and uncountable, countable nouns can be formed, means can be changed into plural, but uncountable like milk, that cannot be changed into plural. That singular and plural we will discuss in next session. First of all, you will have to like and subscribe. Once again, I am requesting everyone to like and subscribe my channel, that I can I can record, I can record more videos for you people. Thank you.